you all for coming out tonight. It's going to be really fun. We have this huge 6th grade band back here, and they put in a lot of work. We have some students up here that are also assisting, so you might see some familiar faces if you're a 7th or 8th grade parent. Some of them are helping out today. And I have some soloists up here that are going to perform for us. So I'm going to actually start out with that first, because I know they want to get it out of the way because they're kind of nervous about it. So they're going to perform, and they will introduce what they're playing and their name. So let's do that. Okay.
My name is Alex Pearson. I'll be playing Hard Rock Blues.
Great.
I'm Alex, and I'm going to play Jingle Bells.
Thank you all so much for coming out tonight. I'm Lisa Oswalike. I teach band at Twality, and I also teach this awesome group that's starting up in January called Tiger Cadet Percussion. If you want to know more about that, ask some of the 7th and 8th grade students or former students that are at Tiger High School or Twality High School, and I want to get some of your students involved, so I'll be sending a link about that as well. Tonight, we have an interesting piece that we're going to show you, but first I want to show you kind of where we started. When we do our first concert of the year, I do it kind of like an informant where I'm informing you about what we've done and performing a little bit too. So our first thing we're going to show you is kind of what it looked like at the beginning of the year. And some of you are very familiar with this because you've heard it in your house. Imagine it if there were 30 in the same room. So you guys are going take off your brass mouthpieces? Oh, no.
Do we have to as well?
And this is our warm-up for today too, right? We haven't played together today. So we're gonna buzz evenly and then we're gonna bend. Okay, ready? Our brass mouthpieces. Just kidding. We were gonna hear all of them at once. Brass players, that is trumpet and trombone. Woodwinds. Okay. You know what woodwinds now? So not you guys. Okay. Brass mouthpieces. That was fun. And then, right? Ready? See if you can get. So, as you can see, brass players have to get this skill down really well in order to be able to play. So they spend a lot of time on mouthpiece, and I know they're like, oh my gosh, can I play my trumpet? Can I play my trombone? And yes, they absolutely did. But they also mastered this skill where they can adjust their embouchure, which is their mouth formation, and use their air to direct their pitch. So a trumpet is really just an amplifier, and a trombone is an amplifier. So it's all coming from the player, and they have gotten really, really good. We've come a long way. We're in like month 3, but we only meet every other day. So it's kind of like we've met for a month and a half at this point. But they've learned a lot in that short amount of time. We've learned 6 different notes. We've had class on multiple different songs. They're all very short songs, but they're still songs. We can still hum them. And they've learned how to figure out what finger does what with their trumpet and how their slide works. So that's what they've done so far. Clarinets have this crazy sound, which I know you've heard before if you're a clarinet parent. So just be prepared. Gently, please. Like here. And then, like, we're not gonna kill them being so nice to you. I asked them to be gentle and they did, thank you. So they had to master this skill because, again, embouchure is everything when it's a beginning instrument. You can't make the right sound on a clarinet unless you get all the musculature doing the right thing. So they had to learn how to play a really high-pitched note and stabilize that note with their instrument. Put them back on, yeah? So flutes, we got our head joints. Oh, some of you are already ready, how lovely. Flutes had to learn 3 notes, like the trumpets and trombones, and they had to do it on their head joint alone. And this is very challenging at the beginning for most of us. I struggled, and I told them how much I struggled when I first learned flute. It is very hard to figure out what your lips are for. You're like, a lot of them look like forever, and I'm like, no, that's not how it works. And some of them looked in a mirror and practiced that way. We considered what it would be like if you blew over a bottle. So if you guys want to think about that too, like what does that feel like to blow over a bottle? That's one of the things that helps. It does not help to go or but some of them try to kiss their flute and we tell them how to kiss the flute. So they're going to show us low notes, close. Ready, go. That's so good. Open note. Open. And then high note close. So they had 3 very difficult notes and they did awesome on the bass flutes. I need my actors up here now. Can I get my actors to come up? So we have this little play, and it is kind of a tradition now because it helps us present to you all of these beginning songs. And all the songs, they're still songs, but they're very short. So it allows us to put them into a little skit for you. So it's a cute little skit. It's called Aunt Birdie's Appetite. And it will present to you many songs that you've probably heard in your house, and many that you might have just known already. and it is called Aunt Rhodey's Appetite. So.
Once upon a time, there was an old gray goose who lived on a farm. The farm belonged to a lady whom everyone called Aunt Rhody.
That gray goose is getting awfully old. I better cook him for my holiday dinner before he gets too tough to eat.
Aunt Rhody's neighbor on the next farm was Pierre, the French chef.
Well, I was wondering if I could borrow a big roasting pan to cook that old gray goose for my holiday dinner.
Oh, mon Dieu, don't cook the old gray goose. Perhaps you will feel better after you have some of my hot cross buns.
Buns were very tasty, Pierre, but tomorrow I'm still going to cook that old gray goose for my holiday dinner.
How can you be so cruel?
Well, I'm no more cruel than the girl Mary. Haven't you heard the gossip about her?
What gossip?
Well, I heard that the other night Mary had a little lamb.
Pierre was very upset, so that night he went to see the old gray goose.
Did you know, mon ami, that Aunt Rhody is planning on having you for her holiday dinner?
Delightful. What is she serving?
You! Quick, run to the river and take my rowboat. Row away as fast as you can.
told her how he had won the old gray goose and gave him the rowboat.
Oh, that's all right, Pierre. I was quite fond of that old gray goose. I could have never cooked him. In fact, I miss him already.
Just then, the old gray goose came waddling over the hill.
It's all right, Aunt Rhody. I knew you would never be mean enough to cook me.
I'm so sorry.
Don't cry, Aunt Rhody. I knew you would never be mean enough to cook me.
Oh dear, I'm so sorry you had to run and row away in that cold night air.
Well, at least something good happened to me. On the way down to the river, I met a new friend. His name is Turkey Lurkey. Would you like to meet him sometime, Aunt Rhody?
Oh, I certainly would. I certainly would.
The old gray goose, Aunt Rhody, and Pierre are alive, and I'm doing dances in for Happy Day.
Our first song tonight is Carol of the Bells, arranged by Andrew Blunt and composed by Peter Wilhusky. The song wasn't originally a Christmas song, but was based off a famous Ukrainian chant. The driving tempo is perfect for the Christmas season. So this fall, this group performed a lot of pep music. We performed at Tiger High School, and we learned not only like sit-down concert band music, which they just played for you guys with a little swing. We also played marching music, and we played some pep as well, like Eye of the Tiger, we learned Strength of the Banner, and some other tunes. So sixth graders, I'm gonna have you hear them some other time, so you know some of the other reps that they get to play too. Now, this lovely group of advanced band has many students in it that are in honor band this year. So the people that are going to all state, will you stand up so we can recognize you? Britton and Cassie are going to all state for band. And we have an Oregon Music Educators Association, District 14, which is like our whole area. Sherwood, Newburgh, Lake Oswego, Tiger Tualatin, Weston, Wilsonville, McMinnville, all participate together in our music district. And some students are going to district honor band. So all of those people stand up. That's a bunch of people. Rachel, Delaney, Chloe, Emily, Kyra, Emmy, who's standing in the back with percussion, and Cassie and Britton. So that's really awesome. They get to perform in a concert after rehearsing for a day and a half. And same thing with state. It's really cool. They get their music about a month ahead of time, and they practice for a day and a half with the guest conductor, and they put on a show. So they're nervous but excited about it. So congratulations.
I'm Anita Dark. I am an advanced band percussionist, and I also play drum set in Twality's jazz band, and I also participate in the Tiger Cadet Drum Line. And the few minutes that I have with you guys have been sitting for a long time, we're going to do a little exercise. Amazing. So we're all going to stay sitting. Just stay seated. So just take one hand and just put it out. Okay? So next you're going to take out your wallet or your purse and just like have that visible. Just like have that visible. So next you're going to take this hand, reach in your purse or wallet, find a checkbook, find some cash, just grab some, And you're going to use a check, right, to Twality band, because, And the reason why we do this is because we need some donations for the band. Right now we need a new tuba, and as you can, for our tuba players to take home. So as you can imagine, it is very hard to transport a tuba from school to home, from school to home. So we need two for them to practice. So right now we need $4,000. We have raised $1,000 at Twality's Jazz Night. And also, if we can get more than $4,000, we can also be able to buy a new Barry sax, concert toms, a new gong, piano, and piano amp. So if you donate, that would be great. The reason why. So also right now we are going to start sending out some hats you can donate and a box for donations. And the reason why you should donate is because band is where people get to play music and find new friends and express their love for music. And we get to do things, for example, advanced band gets to have a retreat where we get to play and we get to have pizza and do a bunch of community builders. And it's just a lot of fun. And with this money, it makes it so much better and we can do so much more student activities. And also, so if you could donate, that would be great. And the hat should come.
So this is our intermediate band. It is Meddy's 7th graders, a few 8th graders, and a few 6th graders. And we have different types of set for you guys tonight. And I have some students that are going to introduce pieces on this as well. So I'm going to invite my first person up.
Gabriel Lechuga, and today we have 3 people who are going to be performing. 2 of them are going to be the intermediate by itself, and then the third one's going to be our combined intermediate and advanced band. The first piece we're going to be playing is The Crusaders by Frank Aronson. This is homogeneous where all parts move together. We learned how to stagger beats and play legato. So just listen for the melody and the smooth playing by the intermediate band.
Our second piece is a traditional Cuban folk song that was arranged by Victor Lopez. You may recognize this catchy tune as called Guantanamera. In this song, there was a groove section that felt like it could be in chants and in hands, a little more. So Lily Cooper Davis and I wrote a Flobo duet, aka Flute and Oboe. We have gone through so many ups and downs, but we are so glad to be able to present you with such an amazing song. I am so thankful for Ms. Hasrike and all the hard work she has put into these to help us. So thank you so much, Ms. Hasrike. Enjoy Guantanamera in its full greatness.
Our first song tonight is going to be Brazil, composed by Ari Barrasso. It is a well-known tune that will leave you humming. Try to listen closely for the different layers of the melody.
orchestra and jazz band, and the next song is Burritos to Go by Victor Lopez. It's an upbeat, kind of fast-paced song. We feature 2 soloists in the song, Wayne Lewis on alto sax and Britton Boswell on tenor sax.
some